We have no unfinished business. At this time, we've arrived at 17A. Commissioner Mahoney.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I guess I want to start by making a motion for the board to adopt the resolution to declare public health to declare racism a public health crisis.
I'll second the motion. Yeah. No. I don't know.
Mike, I'm muted.
Does someone need to be unmuted?
Yes, the chairman.
Muted again.
There you go. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, you're still muted.
There. I'm here, quick. We have a motion by Commissioner Mahoney. Is there support?
Support.
By Darius Williams. Discussion. We'll start with Daniel.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I want to start by giving a heartfelt, deep thank you to all of the citizens of Jackson who attended this meeting tonight. The individuals who were locked out of the meeting, the individuals who waited patiently for their turn to make their public comment, all of the individuals watching on the live stream right now, all of the individuals hanging on the line, all of the emails, all of the phone calls, all of the text messages of the support that I've received. I appreciate all of the criticism as well in the opposition that challenged me to update and try to make this a resolution that is not just acceptable to myself and serve the purpose that I set out to serve, but also to include the opinions of my fellow commissioners. You know, I'm the kind of individual who really looks to see what my own thoughts are first. And I guess there could have been some different steps taken on my own behalf to try to have better conversations about what my intent and what the intent is behind the resolution that I'm putting forth. But I felt like I was backed into a corner. I felt like I wasn't being listened to. And I felt like at this time, I have to do the necessary steps to be able to speak on behalf of the community that I represent. There's been a lot of statistics and data given to us, and there's a lot of statistic and data in the resolution that I put together. And I want to thank Commissioner Darius Williams for sitting in the saddle next to me and really helping retool and redraft this resolution so that we could try to make it all encompassing and all inclusive of everybody's opinions. You know, I was really dissatisfied to see, Mr. Chairman, that not one, but two additional resolutions sprung up in the 7 days that I offered the resolution that's on the table now. The reason I'm surprised is when I sent that resolution out, the first thing I asked for was for the input and the direction and the guidance of my fellow commissioners, because this isn't about me. This isn't a black and white thing. This isn't a red or blue thing, Democrat or Republic thing. This is a human decency thing. And I feel like I've earned the respect of the commissioners who sit on this board, that they know I don't do things for public spectacle. I don't like us making political statements. I would rather us do the work and put our nose to the grindstone and do what we have to do. I feel like I have done my best to make sure that I'm not trying to intentionally be contentious or bring unnecessary attention to the Board of Commissioners, because I feel like we do good work and our intentions most of the time are in the right place. But at this time, a community in Jackson needs you guys to speak up and stand up. I'd like to give a quick analogy because I feel like almost everything that could be said in opposition to us declaring racism a public health crisis is very similar to when someone says Black Lives Matter, someone getting a reply that says all lives matter, which I completely agree with. I wholeheartedly and completely agree that all lives matter. But let's say you and I are neighbors, fellow commissioners. We live right next door to each other, and we're standing outside, and I'm watering the lawn of the house that I live at, and you're standing in front of your house, and you say to me, hey, neighbor, I need your help. I need your help now because my house is on fire. My house is burning right now, and I need your help to save my house. And as I'm watering my grass, I look at you, fellow commissioners, and say, neighbor, how dare you ask me to help you put the fire out on your house when all houses matter? We've got a neighbor on the other side of you. What about their house? We've got a neighbor down the street from you. What about their house? What about my own house? I can't put water on your house because what about my house? And you're yelling to me, but neighbor, my house is on fire. Right now, fellow commissioners, our neighbors, your neighbors, my people, your people, our community is outcrying right now because there is a house on fire in our neighborhood. And I'll tell you what, I had a conversation at almost 1 o'clock in the morning with former Commissioner Carl Rice, Dr. Carl Rice. And I gave him that same analogy. And he finalized the picture for me because I got that analogy from a meme that snapshotted the picture basically of what I just described to you. And he said, you know what, Mahoney? I understand what you're saying now. And to take that a step further, we should absolutely want to put the fire out in your house because fires tend to spread. And it could potentially burn my own house down. And that really opened my eyes that it's going to take every single one of us in this community to work on this issue. It may take funding to work on this issue. It may take a lot of different things and a lot of different steps. But I think if you look through here and look at the historical data, not just nationwide, not just statewide, but right here in our own community, how systematic racism has been built and ingrained into the systems that are built to actually uplift us. Right in our own county commission, not even 50 years ago, individuals were fighting for a resolution to be passed for minorities to even be able to sit on a board of commissioners or be appointed as advisors. They weren't even official members. They were advisors. That is right in the proceedings of the Jackson County Board of Commissioners history records. And it was approved, but they were approved without pay and without a vote. That was in 1971. We're not talking about a lifetime ago. We're talking yesterday. Commissioners, I implore you, I ask you, but I will not beg you to support the resolution that I put forth to declare racism a public health crisis. This is an opportunity for us to move forward into the future, making a bold statement, as we have many times before in this county. Whether I've liked it or not, one thing that I've learned from our chairman is that once a decision is made by this board of commissioners, I have to live with that decision and be able to speak to it and defend it just as well as anybody else, because it is a decision of the board. And I have done that. I feel like I've earned all of your guys' respect as you guys have earned mine. I feel like I have earned your friendship as you guys have earned mine. I feel like I have earned you guys' trust as you guys have earned mine. And I'm asking you to please support this resolution. Let's pass it and put it into action.